YouTube channel later on. Yes, now it started. Okei, tänään on perjantai, 21. päivä marraskuuta. Today is Friday, 21st of the November. Me opiskelemme suomen kieltä ja sen jälkeen on viikonloppu. We study Finnish and after that it's weekend. It's going to be weekend soon. First of all, I told this also to the other group that olen tänään Asad Iqbal, are you traveling? Okay. Asad Iqbal matkustaa. Okay. It's great if you can still be there even if you are traveling. Yeah. You can then just listen and be like a listening student there, listener student, if it's difficult to speak. Oh, you're coming to, yeah, okay, you're on your way. Yes, just come when you are ready. Okay. Yes, I've been quite tired today. Olen väsynyt tänään. Olen väsynyt. I'm tired. My voice is a bit better now. In the morning, I sounded like an old door when I was speaking. Minä olen väsynyt. I put it into the chat box. Good sentence. Sometimes you are tired. Maybe we have talked about it before, but if not, here is a good sentence. Minä olen väsynyt. I am tired. During this week, we have had tests for we have had Finnish tests and mathematical tests for students who are applying to the school, to the school that I'm teaching in, and those tests are for the people who who have learned Finnish as their second or third language or something like that. So their first language is something else. Just a minute. There is some announcement. Just a minute. Okay, now the announcement is done. So we have had this Finnish and mathematical tests for students who have some other first language than Finnish. And those students or those applicants, they want to come to study to different working field areas, well, where did I lose my words now? But for example, they want to apply to become barbers or hairdressers or cosmetologists or textile designers or sewers or cleaning or maintenance area or food industry area. So those students have been doing the tests during this week. And it means that I have lots of work to do. I have had a lot of work because I'm the one who is going through all the tests. So there was like 150 students or applicants at this point. And the tests some of the tests I've already gone through, but some are on my table still. So that's why I'm a bit tired. But also the very nice thing was that I saw your colleagues from Pakistan. Just another announcement in the school building. Okay. So during the tests, I also met your friends or your colleagues who came to Finland from Pakistan during this autumn. It was great to see them. It was a surprise for me that they popped up to our school building, because I'm teaching in a school building which is different from the healthcare school building. And of course, they are at this moment, they are in their working practice in places. So I didn't expect to see them here, but during the tests, they also popped up and came to talk with me, and it seemed everything was quite well with them. They seemed happy, and they were doing great. But I just wanted to say to you that that the students who just came during the autumn from Pakistan to here, maybe you know some of them or maybe not, but they are doing quite well here, and it was great seeing them. I saw them on Wednesday. So hopefully the same situation will happen to us later, and maybe I will see some of you here sometime during the next year. Today, tänään ihan ensin puhutaan siitä, mitä ensi viikolla on testissä. So the first thing we will start speaking today is what you are going to have in a Finnish test next week. I think that's the most mind-blowing question at this moment for you. So maybe we go through that first. I will show you the Word document and let's go through the test information. The test will be held in next Friday, 28th of November, and it's the same kind of test that it was last time. It's oral test, and you come to speak with me for a few minutes each individually. So you already know the system, so you don't have to be nervous about it anymore. You just study well, and it's like easy peasy thing to do. You just come and talk with me and try to say the correct answers, of course. I will put all of this information to the Padlet also, so you will find it from there, all of this that I'm showing you now. But let's go through it together, and at the same time we can remind us of some things, some Finnish things. So, suomen kielen testi 28. marraskuuta, Finnish test 28th of November. Mitä testissä kysytään? What will be asked in a test? Mitä? You have learned this question word mikä, but we also wrote down that the same question word can appear in two different forms, in other forms too, but this is quite exactly the same. Mitä, mikä, what. And testissä, in a test, because you are having as a ending, kysyä is to ask. This is a passive form of that verb. You don't know how to make it, but you don't need to know. You just need to recognize that, okay, that is like kysyä verb. Seems like that. First question. First question in a test is that you need to introduce yourself to me. Esittele itsesi. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Kerro. Kertoa is a verb to tell, but this is imperative form, and it means tell me. Tell. Kerro. Kuka olet? Who are you? Missä asut? Where do you live? Mistä olet kotoisin? Where are you from? Minkä maalainen olet? What's your nationality? Mitä kieliä puhut? What languages do you speak? And mitä opiskelet? What do you study? So, who you are, you just tell me your name and everything. Missä asut? Where do you live? You must say, minä asun Pakistanissa. Or if you want to be more specific, you can of course say it more specifically too, but that's enough. Missä asut? Minä asun Pakistanissa. I could say, minä asun Suomessa, Turussa. Turussa, Turku is the city. Mistä olet kotoisin? Where are you from? Minä olen kotoisin Suomesta. If you are from Pakistan, you say, minä olen kotoisin Pakistanista. Just you have to learn the endings there, how to form the sentence. Minkä maalainen olet? What's your nationality thing? Minä olen suomalainen. Sinä olet pakistanilainen, for example. Mitä kieliä puhut? Mitä kieliä sinä puhut? That's what it means. Mitä kieliä sinä puhut? So tell all the languages you can speak. And remember that when you are having the language word, you put it in partitive form. For example, minä puhun suomea, englantia, ruotsia ja vähän ranskaa. Your list is different. It's you have all your languages there, and you just tell what are the languages that you speak. And then I want you to learn this sentence. Mitä opiskelet? What do you study? What are you studying? What do you study? And you start it like this. This you already know. Minä opiskelen. We have learned to say minä opiskelen suomea, for example. I study Finnish. But actually, I want you to learn to say your professional name of the profession that you are aiming at. So you are actually studying to become a healthcare assistant, which is hoiva-avustaja in Finnish. Hoiva-avustaja. That is the thing in Finnish. And when you are putting it, when you are aiming at that, you are becoming to something, then you have to add there ending ko as i. So this is the sentence in its full form. Minä opiskelen hoiva-avustajaksi. I study to become a healthcare assistant. So I wrote the sentence here so you can add it to this list. You already know the answers to these, but this is a new sentence with this ending. Hoiva-avustajaksi. I study to become a healthcare assistant. That's what it means. For example, if I would study to become a teacher, I would say, minä opiskelen opettajaksi. If you remember, opettaja is teacher. So if you want to become a teacher, you say, opiskelen opettajaksi. Opiskelen parturiksi. I study to become a barber, for example. So the same ending here, regardless of what is the profession you are aiming at. This one, when you introduce yourself, I will tell you, like, of course, at first, when you come to the test, I will ask who you are, mikä sinun nimi on. I will always ask, mikä sinun nimi on. So that's, I have the thing in, I will have the list and I will have to check that you are there in, that I make the markings to the right row. But after that, I will just tell you, esittele itsesi, ole hyvä. Ole hyvä, esittele itsesi. Ole hyvä means like, please do, or you're welcome now to introduce yourself. So please introduce yourself. Ole hyvä, esittele itsesi. I will put it into the chat box. And then you have the speech. You tell me these things. go, I'm not going to ask the questions separately, but you just learn them so that you can introduce yourself without me asking the questions separately. If you forget something, then I might ask you. Then I might help you a bit and ask you the question like if you forgot to tell me what languages you speak, then I ask you, mitä kieliä sinä puhut? I will help you if you forget. But just learn this little speech about yourself. It's very nice to know this even without the helping questions. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay. Sorry. Then we are going to go to the verb things. And I will show you on screen, I will show you sentences. And in a sentence, there is this empty line there. I will show you one sentence at a time. So not all the sentences come there pop. I will just show you like you see one sentence. And then I scroll after that to show you the next sentence. So always you can just concentrate. Okay. I got just something else. I just got the announcement that there is some sort of update coming up to the computer. I just updated my computer. I don't know what's going on. But if it starts updating something, this computer, without my permission, then just stay there. I will come back if the update is coming to my computer. Then you just wait there until I come back. Okay, but let's go on as long as these computers work. So I will give you sentences like this. He, and then you see a verb here in its basic form, and then something else, something in the end of the word, at the end of the sentence. And in here, you have to figure out what is the correct form of this verb type 1 verb. So, he, first you have to check that what is the person. In here, it's he, they. And now you need to know how to conjugate verb type 1 verb. You did it so that you take away the last vowel, then you are left with the stem of the word. So something is left, and that is what you put first in there. And then you add the ending. So you need to know the endings quite well. With he, the verb ending is vat. He asuvat Ruotsissa. He asuvat Ruotsissa. So you take your time to think about it, and then you tell me the sentence. He asuvat Ruotsissa. And of course, if you can, if you also know what it means, just tell me that is in English, it is they live in Sweden, for example. If you don't know the meaning, you can still conjugate. Conjugating, when you know the system, you can still do it even without being sure what the meaning is. But of course, it's quite important to understand what you are talking about. So if you can, you tell me what's the translation in English. Then when you've gone through with that one, then I'll give you the next sentence, and it goes the same way. For example, here. Now, you must remember that the things that I show you now, these are just examples. In the test, I will give you only verb type 1 verbs. In this example, you see also verb type 3. This opiskella is not verb type 1. You know it. I have put it here. You know how you conjugate this because we have been using this verb so much. But in a test, you will have only verb type 1 verbs. But if it would be this one, then you just have to check, okay, me, who is the person? It's we, me. Opiskella, okay, when you conjugate opiskella, you put it like this. Me opiskelemme. We study. We study. Me opiskelemme. And when you have figured out the correct form, you can just say the whole sentence. Me opiskelemme englantia. We study English. You don't need to write anything. You only need to speak. You only need to say to me. But I'm writing here now to clarify this a bit. But in a test, you will just speak. You don't need to write. Okay, then I will give the next sentence. For example, in here, the verb is itkeä. Itkeä. It was to cry. To cry. Like, Mom, I'm crying. So always first, check who is the person, because these personal pronouns you need to know. So, te means you, all of you, te. And then you take the verb. Remember how to conjugate verb type 1. You need to take out the last vowel, and you are left with a part of the verb. It's kind of the body of the verb. So you say that, and you have to add the personal ending, verb ending. And with te, it looks like this. And when you have figured it out in your head, then you just tell me the sentence. Te itkette paljon. Te itkette paljon. You cry a lot. Te itkette paljon. So again, you don't need to write. You can take your time to think about it, and then you just say the sentence. This is one part of it. This conjugating the verbs in a positive sentence, but I also want you to be able to conjugate with the negative sentences. And again, we are talking about verb type 1 verbs. So, for example, in here, if I give you a sentence like this, you are seeing a negative word here, negative no or not. This a word, it means no or not. And then you are seeing the verb in basic form. And the same process goes on in here. What should happen into your mind? First, check who is the one. Who is the person? Kuka on? Kuka tekee? Who does something? In here, minä. I. Then you must remember that when you are saying a negative sentence, you conjugate this a word. So that's what you conjugate now. And with minä, you have the ending n. And this one, with minä, it looks like n. Minä en. I don't. Minä en. I don't. And then you must remember that what is the correct form of the verb? What's the correct form of the verb? So that one you will find from minä form. It looks like the same as minä form in a positive sentence. I'll show you. If I say positive sentence with verb puhua, I would say minä puhun. Okay, it could be like suomea, or okay, let's put urdua. I can now be a person who speaks urdu. Okay, minä puhun urdua. In here, this is positive sentence with the person I. And to find out the correct form, you need here with a negative sentence. You need to take away minä. Of course, you don't need this one anymore because you are now only trying to find the form to use. And you also take away the minä marker here. So n, that is referring to minä. So you take that away too. And now you see what sort of form is left here. Puhu. That's what it looks like. So that's the form you need when you are making negative sentences. Minä form, it's minä form without n or without pronoun I. So if you want to say I don't speak, you say minä en puhu. Minä en puhu. Minä en puhu urdua. I don't speak urdu. If it would be sinä, then it would be sinä et puhu. We will practice this today, don't worry. We will practice this making the negative sentences. Also next time we have time to do that also. Then I will give you the next sentence. And again, you don't write this in a test, you just say them. You just say, minä en puhu urdu. Then, as I will give you the next sentence, if it's first you check who is the person doing something, it is now sinä. Sinä, you. And with sinä, you need to put it this form, sinä et, because the T comes along with sinä. Sinä et. And then you take the minä form without n from this. And it would be sinä et istu. So you think about it for a while and then you tell me the sentence. Sinä et istu tuolilla. You don't sit on a chair. Maybe the person is sitting on a table. Hän istuu pöydällä. But sinä et istu tuolilla. You don't sit on a chair. And again, the same thing goes on here. If you see a and then you see the verb, you have to make a negative sentence. Of course, I will also always tell you beforehand that now you are making positive sentences and now you have to make negative, so you don't have to be confused. Hän, check the person who is doing something, hän. Then what is the correct form with this word? And with hän, it's the basic form, hän ei. And then you use minä form without an. Hän ei kirjoita. And when you have figured this out, you tell me the whole sentence. Hän ei kirjoita kirjaa. Hän ei kirjoita kirjaa. He or she doesn't write a book. He doesn't write a book. So, and if you know what it means, the sentence, tell me it in English. If you don't, you can still conjugate because you have learned the system and you will practice it before the test. So that's the second task there. The third part is, I will not show you any sentences in the third part, but I will show you pictures. Pictures like a phone or a pen or something that you know, pictures of the things. And the pictures that I assume that you know and you have to practice for the test, it's there in Hauska tavata material. It's here, sivu 16. Sivu 16. And page 16, you are having this picture. We have gone through it together. You know the words from here. There is the teacher and Ebba and Vladimir, and they are there studying Finnish. So in here, you had a vocabulary about the basic items like tuoli, pöytä, lamppu, chair, table, a lamp on the ceiling, ovi, a door, ikkuna, window, tietokone, computer. That's the vocabulary I will be using in this task. So check the vocabulary that you know those words. Because if I show you a picture of a computer, and then I will ask you. I won't show the question from the screen, but I will just ask you, mikä tämä on? And then I will show you a picture of a pen. Mikä tämä on? And then you will have to be able to tell me, se on kynä. Se on kynä. It's a pen. Or I might ask you, onko tämä kynä? Onko tämä kynä? Which means, is this a pen? Onko tämä kynä? And you say, ei, se ei ole kynä. Se on puhelin. It's a phone. I won't be showing you like this, like I'm doing now here, but I will just show you the pictures from the screen. So you don't have to be worried that you do you recognize the weird item I'm showing you. It's there. I will give you some reasonably recognizable pictures of things. And if I show you, for example, a picture of a pen, I ask you, onko tämä kynä? If it's a pen, you say, kyllä, se on kynä. If it's not, you say, ei, se ei ole kynä. Se on puhelin, for example, if it's phone and not a pen. So that's a kind of a little bit more relaxed thing to go through together. That's the basic thing in a test. But if you are so fluent that you still have time, last time everyone was very fluent and you knew quite quickly all the things I asked last time. So everyone did the extra thing, but now the extra thing in here, it is making questions with ko and ge ending. So if you have time with your huge 3 minutes, then I will ask you also that please make a question. Again, this, okay, my computer is still announcing me that it's going to update something and it might take like 5 minutes to update. So if it starts updating without my permission, just relax and wait and I will come back when my computer works again. So, in here, you have, in this extra task, I will give you a sentence. Sinä asut Englannissa, and then I will ask you to make it a question. And then you will think about it, and then you will tell me, okay, sinä asut Englannissa. Asutko sinä Englannissa? So you will make a ko-kö question for me. And then I will give you another sentence. Te istutte tuolilla. I will show it to you. You will think about it for a while, and then you are like, okay, what do I do to make this ko-kö question? I change the places of the verb and the subject, and then I add ko. That's what I do. And then you tell me, okay, te istutte tuolilla. Istutteko te tuolilla? So that's the question. If you go through so far, it means that you have been quite fluent with the first ones. And of course, it's always a thing that when we are in a test situation, that's the thing where I can test that how does this go. So if you don't, if you are fluent, you go quickly, all the things, but still we don't have time to do the last exercise in a test. Don't worry, then probably nobody else will have time to do it either. So we'll just go how far we can. Okay, a lot of information here now. Haluatko kysyä jotakin? Haluatko kysyä jotakin? Do you want to ask something about the test? Did you follow me? So you know what is happening? Okay. Silence usually means that, okay, it can mean two things. Maybe it means that you understood nothing, or then you understood everything. So hopefully it's the latter one. But just remember, we are here also next Wednesday, and you go through this information. And if you have some problems, please do ask me. Yes, I will put this video to the YouTube also. Yes, I try to remember to put it there already today. Sha, you want to ask something?
Ma'am, the introduction portion, I want to ask about that.
Yes.
That you will ask each question, or you will just introduce yourself?
I will just ask you to introduce yourself.
and then we will answer all the questions.
Yes,
That
then
you
we
have.
will just, yeah, you kind of, the questions are there to help you so the questions are here to help you to know what must be in your introduction theme. So you don't need to, in the introduction, it goes so that I say, please introduce yourself to me. And then you start speaking and you speak somehow like this. I'll give you an example. Minä olen Inkeri. Minä asun Suomessa, Turussa. Minä olen kotoisin Suomesta. Minä olen suomalainen. Minä puhun suomea, englantia, ruotsia ja vähän ranskaa. Minä opetan suomea koulussa. So because I'm not studying, so I'm teaching. That's what I said. So that's it. You learn it so that you can tell about yourself, even without the helping questions. And that's it. It takes like approximately 10 seconds or 15 seconds to say the whole introduction.
Kiitos, ma'am. Kiitos.
Kiitos. And of course, if you forget to tell something, then I will ask, then I will help you. I will ask you the question. If you forgot to tell about some of these things, then I will help you to ask, and I will ask you a question. But otherwise, you can just practice this little introduction and just talk to me. Onko jotain muita kysymyksiä? Do you have some other questions? Onko jotain muita? Onko jotain muita kysymyksiä? Onko jotain muita? Some other. Onko jotain muita? I'll put it into the chat box. Good sentence. Onko jotain muita kysymyksiä? Do you have some other questions? If you do, you can write them to the chat box. You can interrupt me if something pops up to your mind, or then you will ask me next time. Or if it's so clear, everything's clear, then you just come in a test day when it's your time and speak with me for a while. It's very nice actually for me to speak individually with all of you. When you are practicing, if you have a chance to practice with a friend, I strongly suggest you to do so. You can always practice with like making videos of yourself or just talking by yourself, but it's always interacting with someone else is a bit different. So if you can kind of make it like a role play, that the friend is a teacher and you are a student, and then you have to speak to the teacher, then it really, really helps. But you decide what's your way to study, of course. But I suggest, if you can, practice with a friend, because this is a spoken test. It's a different thing when you need to write an exam as a written exercise. But when it's a spoken thing, you learn to speak by speaking, and of course by hearing when someone speaks. Okie dokie. Then let's go forward. Let's check the exercise that you have done at home before. Okay. Before that exercise, I will show you the Padlet also, because I want to show what's in there and where you can find all the information. So the Padlet, you are quite familiar with it already because you have had to use it quite a lot, I think. But in case you are not familiar with it, too familiar, just for your reminder, when you open the Padlet, it looks like this. There are these different sections, and the first one is homework, and then other things here. Internet exercises should maybe be internet videos, because usually I put only videos here, but there might be something else. Something might pop up during our studies. Then you will have the notes of the classes here. There is not everything, and your own notes are better than mine. Mine is also only the thing that I have wrote quickly in a classroom situation. But when you scroll down, you see what I have put there. But your notes are absolutely better than mine when you write them into your own notebooks. Test information. This is about information about the first test, but under here I will put the information I just showed you. So the information about the test number 2 comes here. And then when you are doing the homework from this section, you have to scroll quite a long time to reach the current or the latest exercises. And I could do this Padlet the other way, so that it would automatically put the newest thing to the first place. But this has a reason that I'm doing it like this, because I want you to scroll through the exercises, what you have done before, so that all the time when you go to to do your homework, you will have a quick review of what you should know already or what you have learned already. So when you go there, scroll down with your homework, you can see that, okay, we have been practicing verb to be, or putting it into a sentence. We have practiced ordinal numbers. Name, nationality, and language is there. Vowel harmony, we have gone through vowel harmony, so you know a bit about that, or quite a lot actually. There are exercises of vowel harmony. Mistä olet kotoisin? Where are you from? Writing exercises, very useful to go through for the test also. Personal endings. What are the personal endings? If you are not, if it's difficult for you, you can always do these word wall exercises like dozens of times. Personal forms of verbs, lot of exercises about those. Then there is verb type 1 exercises here, and making go and go questions exercises also about that. So when you're scrolling down, you can always see what I expect you to handle. So if you have a task here in a homework section, then I expect that you have practiced it. And so you are familiar with that. If you now recognize that, okay, I haven't done that. I actually went to have a cup of coffee with my friend, and I didn't actually study that. So now you know that you really need to do it, so that you are not dropping out from our studying train, really. So here you have write the sentences in Finnish, put the words in correct order exercises, pick up the right form. All of these, I expect that you have done everything. I know we can't actually go through all the exercises together, but the word wall exercises are there so that you can do it many times. This is what we are going to go through next. It is this sentence exercise, mikä se on, mikä tämä on. This is the one we'll do next. And then after that, we start practicing verb type 1, the negative forms. And in here, you have the questions also of the verb type 1, how to make a question. So you practice these very carefully. Kubeib, you have Kubeib on kysynyt, where are these, how is this, how do I do this evaluation? So what is, do you need to pronounce or something else? What is the thing? So when you are in a test, I will evaluate your vocabulary management so that you know the words and you can use the words. Also the accuracy, so that is it correct enough so that it is understandable, and of course is it correct form that you are saying. But about the pronunciation, pronunciation is like, well, it's important that you pronounce it so that I understand what you mean. So if you are saying a verb form for minä, I have to hear there that you have to say minä puhun. So you have to really say the N there so that I hear the ending, what you are using. But otherwise, if the pronunciation is not perfect, it's not the most important thing in here. The most important thing is that pronunciation is good enough that I can understand what is the form that you are meaning. And about that, your pronunciation is not a problem at all. I know it from the first test, and also when we have spoken here in the classroom, your pronunciation is pretty good. So don't worry about it at all. Just say what you have learned and what you know, and your pronunciation is good enough. I know that. So don't worry about it at all. So is fluency? Fluency is the key thing here, that you know it quite quickly. You can think about it, of course. You need to think about for a while, but I mean that you don't have time for like minutes to think about it. And then the accuracy. I mean the accuracy to finding the correct form. Those are very important things, and of course the vocabulary management. And yeah, of course, the thing that can you speak with me in generally? It's quite a tricky situation to speak with like a teacher with a new language and everything, and you are stressed and everything. So the courage to speak, I will respect it a lot. The courage to speak and use the language, of course. So these are some the criteria I'm using there to evaluate the test. So the pronunciation is the kind of the last thing there, but pronunciation has to be so good that I understand what you're saying. But otherwise, it's not so important at this point. Fluency, accuracy, vocabulary management, that kind of things I'm evaluating. Yes. Did I forget to tell you something about? Well, if I forgot to tell you something, I will try to clarify it better next time. Now it gave me again this one. Just a minute. I will go back to the Padlet. I will go back to the Padlet now. So, well, actually, I already showed the Padlet as far as you need to know what I wanted to say about that. So now let's go through your homework that you had last time. If you have a chance to put your the video on, please do that. It's nicer to see you in a video. And then find your homework. I'll show you the homework page here, and you can find your homework there from your own notebooks. Mm-hmm. Just a minute. Now it should be here. All the thing. Yes. Okay. Kirjoita lauseet suomeksi. Kirjoita lauseet suomeksi. Write the sentences in Finnish. This is what you did at home for today. And if you didn't, then you can now just still try to say it. This is a pen. This is a pen. This is a pen. Ahsan Sayed. Maybe you can say the first sentence.
Kyllä,
Say it
ma'am.
in Finnish. Joo, kiva. Sano suomeksi.
Kyllä.
Say it in Finnish.
Tämä on puna.
Joo. Tämä on kynä. This is a pen. Very good. Hyvä, kiitos. Irfan.
Kiitos,
Sano
ma'am.
seuraava. Kiitos. Irfan. Seuraava.
Yes, ma'am.
Sano tämä suomeksi. Is this a pen?
Onko tämä kunna?
Joo. Onko tämä kynä? Is this a pen? Onko tämä kynä? Hyvä. Then a bit longer sentence. No, this isn't a pen. It's a chair. Afia, go with this one. Afia Batul. Is Afia Batul there? Just click the microphone open and then you can say. Maybe okay, now the microphone's off. Afia. No, this isn't a pen, it's a chair. How is this in Finnish?
Tämä ei ole kirja, kena.
Kynä.
Kunna.
Yeah. And how about it's a chair? You can just continue then. No, this isn't a pen. Ei, tämä ei ole kynä. It's a chair. Do you remember what is chair? Afia, do you remember what is chair? It's a chair. Let's try. Let's go forward. Kubaib, if you are there, you can say this one. It's a chair. Click the microphone open first. Avaa mikki ensin.
Kullarua, se on tauli.
Joo, kyllä. Se on tuoli. It's correct. Se on tuoli. It's a chair. So the whole sentence. Ei, tämä ei ole kynä. Se on tuoli. It's a chair.
Joo.
Hyvä, kiitos. Umar Farouk. I study Finnish. This is easy. I study Finnish. Umar Farouk.
Yes, ma'am. In last lecture, I was absent.
Yeah. Do you remember how to say this one? I study Finnish. This is something we have practiced, I think, before. I study Finnish. How would it go? What is I?
Mina.
Yeah, minä. Do you remember what is to study? Joo, go.
Minä opiskelen
Hyvä.
suomea.
Kyllä. Yes, minä opiskelen suomea. Very good. Yes, hyvä. Kiitos.
Kiitos.
Ashfa, you have a bit longer sentence here. Teacher teaches Finnish. She doesn't teach Urdu. How would you put this one? Ashfa Safer.
Opettaja opettaa suomea. Hän ei ole opettaa urtua.
Yes, just one little correction there. The first sentence was just correct. Opettaja, teacher. Opettaa, teaches. Yeah, and you said
Suomea.
Suomea. Exactly. And now you don't need the verb to be at all. So you just say hän. What did you say just before? Hän.
Ei ole
Yes, just take ole away. You don't need that one there. Hän ei.
opeta
Mm.
urdua.
Yes, like that. Exactly. Hän ei opeta urdua. Ole is verb to be, and it's there in your Hauska tavata book. There is this. It's page 16. You see how you conjugate the verb to be. But if you are conjugating verb to teach, you don't need the verb to be at all. So that's why you don't have it here. You just say, hän ei opeta. She doesn't teach urdu. Yes. Kiitos. Hyvä. Hyvä, Asfa. Okay, what is that? What is that? Zain. You have to
Mikä
click
tuo
on.
on? Ma'am, mikä tuo on?
Joo, mikä tuo on? Mikä tuo on? Hyvä. So just remember this demonstrative pronouns. Tämä tuo se, nämä nuo ne. It was what we talked about last time. Tuo is what you, when you demonstrate something, you show something from that's little further away. You show something. Then you need the verb, the pronoun that, which is tuo. Mikä tuo on? What's that? Okay, is that a book? Is that a book? Nimra, is that a book? Go ahead.
Onko tuo kirja?
Hyvä. Onko tuo kirja? Is that a book? Hyvä, ihan oikein. That's correct.
Kiitos.
Onko tuo kirja? Is that a book? No, it's not a book. It's a bag. No, it's not a book. It's a bag. How about Farah? Farah Kanwal, go ahead. Try this one. No, it's not a book. It's a bag. Farah, just open the mic.
Ei,
No. Ei?
tämä on, ei olen kirja,
Mm. Mm?
tämä on lauka.
Joo, laukku. But now when you are using it, when in English you are having it, in Finnish the corresponding pronoun is se. If you
Okay.
are saying tämä, the corresponding pronoun is this. This, tämä, it, se. Otherwise it was very much correct. No,
Okay, ma'am.
ei, se. Let's use se. Se ei ole
Se
kirja.
kirja,
Mm. Se on,
se on lauka.
joo, laukku. Hyvä, kiitos.
Okay. Kiitos.
Ei, se ei ole kirja. Se on laukku. It's not a book, it's a bag. Se ei ole kirja. Se on laukku. Okay, seuraava. Is your name Liisa? Is your name Liisa? Abuzar. Abuzar Habib.
Kyllä.
Hmm.
Onko sinun nimi Liisa?
Joo, hyvä. Onko sinun nimi Liisa? Onko sinun nimi Liisa? Hyvä, ihan oikein. That's
Ma'am,
correct.
Ali Muhammad is sitting with me. Please ask question from him also.
Yes, he can say the next one. Just go ahead. No, my name is not Lisa. Go ahead.
Hey, minun namin. Hey, ole, minun namin.
A. No, so you first say no. My name is not minun. What is my name?
Hey, minun namin.
Mm.
Hey, ole,
Mm.
Misa.
Hyvä. Ihan oikein. That's correct. No, my name is not Liisa. Ei, minun nimi ei ole Liisa. Minun nimi on Inkeri. Minä olen Inkeri. Minun nimi ei ole Liisa. Okay, here. Are you Mikko? Yes, I am Mikko. Ali Said. Are you Mikko? Yes, I am Mikko. Or you can all say, there's 3 people there, so you can decide who says and what.
Oletko Mikko? Kyllä, minä olen Mikko.
Joo. Kyllä, olen Mikko. Tai minä olen. Olen Mikko, or minä olen Mikko. Both is good. Hyvä. Very good. So it's like a choir. If there's 3 people, a trio. Very nice. A trio can speak all together. Very nice trio. Maybe some music we need to. Are you Mikko? Yes, I am Mikko. Oletko Mikko? Kyllä, minä olen Mikko. Very good. So just if you had any problems doing these sentences, practice them quite well. I try to remember to put the correct answers also there to your Padlet. But you have the correct answers in your papers already, so no problem. Nimra, you have your hand up. Do you want to ask a question? No, okay. It was just the old hand left. Yes. Okay, let's go forward. I promised you that we will try to study a bit about this negative sentence. With that group, a morning group, we tried to do this word wall exercise, but the internet started to be so slow with it. But I try it again, but if it doesn't work, then we continue with just with a chat box. But let's see. I will show you how to work this exercise. This is now from the Padlet. This is from the Padlet. I'll show you how it works. Probably we cannot use it now because the video is so slow, but we'll see. Doesn't find. Yes, I will show you the one exercise that you have there in your Padlet also. It would be kind of nice to go to do some exercises with this one, and not always just with the chat box or Word or something like that. But we have the connection is what it is. So So it always doesn't always work. So this one is an exercise how to make negative sentences. For example, if I click this one, it gives me 3 words and I have to make a sentence, a negative sentence out of these words. So there is the person, then there is a negative a word, and then there is a verb. Katsoa is to look. To look. When you see something, you look at something. Katsoa. So now you should make a negative sentence from this one. Who would like to try? Who would like to try? Do I just pick up one? Who hasn't yet? Okay, someone. No. Okay, Yasmin. You haven't yet spoken anything today, so I'll ask you now. Yasmin, how would you make a sentence from these words? Negative sentence. Yasmin. You can just open the microphone and I will help you then. If Yasmin is not there, maybe Wazi is. Wazi. Can you open your microphone?
Ma'am, today is Friday, so probably they are in the prayer, I think.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah, could be. Yeah, maybe they are not here. Let's ask the ones who are here. So if you are here, let's do it the other way around. That you can just raise your hand or open the microphone if you want to try. Shah is there in Ali side. Do you want to try?
Mina e ole katsoa.
Yes, just leave the ole away because it's verb to be. You don't need that at all.
Mina e
Mina?
katosa. Mina e katosa.
Minä en katso. Yes. Minä en katso. So, I don't look. I don't look. I have my eyes closed. I don't look. Minä en katso. Silmät ovat kiinni. En katso. Yeah. So, minä en katso. You need en because it's minä. And then you need this form, which is the same looking form as minä form in positive sentence, but just without the n. It's the same looking form. Okay, let's try the next one. Who wants to go with this one? Just be brave. You can open the microphone.
Ma'am, I
Abuzar.
want.
Yes, go ahead.
Hän
Go
ei
ahead,
rakasta.
Abu. Joo, hän ei rakasta. Very good. Hän ei, because with hän you need a. That's the correct form with hän. And then rakasta looks the same form as minä form without n. Hän ei rakasta. He doesn't love or she doesn't love. Very good. Who goes the next? You can just remember, you can just open the mic. Go ahead.
Sinä et puhu.
Joo. Sinä et puhu. You don't speak. Sinä et puhu. You don't speak. Joo. How about this one? Nauraa is a verb to laugh. Nauraa, to laugh. Ahsan Sayed, you are trying it already. Go ahead, open the mic and say what is in your mind. Avaa mikki.
Yes, kulla ma'am.
He?
He 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 en norua.
Eivät.
Ma'am, can I
He
try?
eivät. Joo. Joo, joo.
Eivät
Go
no.
ahead. Eivät naura. Yes. He
Eivät no.
eivät naura. Yes. He eivät naura. I will put this one now into the chat box.
Yes.
Minä en. Maybe it helps you a bit. Sinä et.
Et.
Joo, sinä et. If it's hän, you must have ei.
Ei.
I put it here. Hän ei. Me emme.
Emme.
Te ette. And he eivät. So this is how you use the a, the negative a word, like this. This is the forms that you have with different persons. You can check it also from the chat box, so it helps you a bit. Okay. How about this one? I see the
Me
pictures
emme
of...
tanssi.
Joo, me emme tanssi. Very good. Me emme tanssi. We don't dance. I know that there is now Abuzar and Shah and Asen Sayed, but I'm not sure if there is someone else there because I don't see the pictures. If there is someone else, everyone is always free to answer also, but we can, for me, it's very much okay if you just take turns and you just tell how it goes. Emme tanssi. Tanssia is to dance. Laulaa is to sing. Laulaa is to sing.
Sinä
Sinä et
Sinä
laulua.
laula.
Laula.
Joo. Sinä
Sinä
et.
et laula.
Sinä et
Laula.
laula. Hyvä. Sinä et. Because with sinä, you must have et form. Sinä et laula. Yes. Sinä et laula. So Asad is also there. Nimra is also Ahva is there. Yes, yes. Sinä et laula. Okay. Then seisoa. Seisoa. It's to stand.
Hän ei seisoa.
Hän ei
Joo.
seisoa.
Hän ei
Hän
seisoa.
Hän
Hän ei seiso.
Hän ei seiso.
Seiso.
Just drop, yeah, you have to drop the last R away. So it looks like this. Hän ei seiso. That form comes from minä form. If you write this sentence, a positive sentence, I stand, you would say, minä seison. I write this to the chat box. Minä seison, which means I stand. I don't sit, I stand. Minä seison. But when you are making negative sentence, you have to take the last, you have to take the minä out from there and also the last letter N. And then you end up with a form that looks like this. And that is the one that you use with negative, in a negative sentence with all persons. You use the same form. And that's where this comes from. At this point, it looks like that you could only leave out the A from the basic form, right? It looks like, because seisoa is the basic form. So you can kind of think that you only leave away the A. And with these verb type 1 verbs that has no KPT variation in it, it works. But later on, you need to find minä form to get the correct form. So that's why it's good to think about it already now. Because it works now, but later on it doesn't work like that anymore. Then you actually really, really need a minä form. Okay, ostaa. Ostaa is to buy. How about this?
Minä en osta. Minä en
En
osta.
osta.
Hyvä. Minä en osta. I don't buy. Minä en, because with minä you are having en. Minä en osta. Yes. Itkeä, to cry. They don't cry.
He eivät
He eivät itke.
He eivät
itke.
He
Eivät itke.
He eivät itke.
He eivät itke. You must leave
He-
out the last. Joo. He eivät itke.
They don't
No.
cry.
Yeah, they don't cry. He eivät. And then just remember that the form you use here, it is not the same as the basic form. Basic form has 2 vowels at the end, but this form that you use in a negative sentence, it looks like the same as minä form without the n. He eivät itke. Okay, ajaa is to drive, like to drive a car, for example.
Te
ette ajaa.
Te itte ajaa.
Joo.
Te
Hyvä.
itte
Te
ajaa.
Te ette ajaa.
Joo. Te ette aja. You don't drive. Joo. You don't drive. Te ette aja. You don't drive. Very good. Now I didn't hear any more basic forms there. I just heard that you conjugated. You had the correct form also about the verb. Okay. So let's try this one. Kysyä is to ask.
Me emme kusua.
emme kusua.
Me emme kusua.
Me kusua.
Quite close. Something needs to be changed.
Kusu.
Me emme
Yes.
kusua.
Me emme kysy.
Me emme kusu. से एक खत्म हो जाता है आते हैं ये जो
Me
रोज
Me
emme
emme
kysy.
कुछ खाली खान और
We don't. Kysyä is to ask. So it means we don't ask. Me emme kysy. Me emme kysy. We don't ask. Just remember that you cannot use the same form. This is not the same as minä basic form. Basic form, the dictionary form is kysyä. But in this case, you cannot use that one. You have to have this form, shorter form here. Okay. Minä ei matkustaa. Matkustaa is to travel.
Minä en matkusta.
matkustaa.
Minä en matkusta.
Minä en matkusta.
Matkustaa. Do you need to put there yksi a vai kaksi a? How many times you put the a there?
Uksia.
Uksi.
Uksia.
Yksi a. Hyvä.
Matkusta.
Yes. Minä en matkusta. I don't travel. Minä en matkusta. I don't travel. Very good. Etsiä verb means to look for. To look for. A search. To search. To search something. Something is missing.
He eivät etsi.
He eivät
Etsi.
He eivät
Not
etsi.
etsiä.
He eivät etsiä.
Etsi. He eivät etsi.
Etsi. Etsi. Yes. He eivät etsi. Yes. I just tried to listen that when it started to come with the correct form. He eivät etsi. So basic form is etsiä. That is what you find from the dictionary. But this one, you need a different form here. To search, etsiä. Täällä on vielä yksi. How about this one?
Te ette istu.
Te ette
Ette
istu.
istu.
Te ette istu.
Joo, hyvä. Te ette istu. Te ette istu. You don't sit. Te ette istu. Very good. Te ette istu. For me, now I heard it that you understood how to make what is the conjugated part. So it is this little A word. Just remember that you don't need ole at all there. It's only when you need it when you are needing the verb to be, like minä en ole Sha, minä olen Inkeri. So then you need ole. But otherwise you just need the verb that you are handling with. Minä en naura, minä en itke, minä en puhu, minä en asu. So this ole, it's just olla verb to be, and you need it in just places where you need it in English also, basically. There is also the other exercise there in the Padlet, and it's about making ko and kö questions. Do that at home, that exercise. Also do this again so that you know it very fluently. If you go it just once, that's very good. But then when you have done it like 5 times, then it goes so that you can just click, blah, 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 say the correct thing, check the correct answer and go forward. And when it goes fluently like that, then you are in a good position with your knowledge already. But do the other exercise that is there in the Padlet, and it's about making ko and kö questions. We'll practice that together also next time, but do it at home also. So now you know what you need to study for the test, what you need to repeat, what you need to review, and that's it for today. Siinä kaikki tänään. Siinä kaikki tänään. Nyt alkaa viikonloppu. The weekend starts now. Hyvää viikonloppua kaikille. Hyvää viikonloppua. Nähdään ensi viikolla. Nähdään ensi viikolla.
Moi moi.
Moi moi.
Moi moi.
Moi moi.
Moi moi.
Nähdään.
Hyvää viikonloppua. Nähdään.
Moi moi.
Saari mahtava
Moikka.
koiraus. Nähdään keskiviikkona.
Kiitos. Nähdään keskiviikkona. Moikka moikka. Moi moi.
Moi moi.
Sad koira.
Moi moi.
Don't do.
Abu Zar, Assalamualaikum. Abu Zar. Don't do it. Please.